What is up, guys? It's Mega and welcome back to yet another video. Today, guys, I'm going to be doing a pure Numeron deck. I know I did like one with DP and Eldritch, but this is literally just pure Numeron. All you need is literally one card plus a load of like hand traps and you legit win the duel. So let's get into this. Yeah, Pat hates Numeron as well. He basically calls it hand trap turbo. Right, let me make sure I got this right. Yes, okay. Right. So starting us off, guys, is of course the 3 copies of Numeron Wall, and then 3 copies of Planet Pathfinder. This is 6 more copies of Numeron Network. So combine this, that's 9 ways already. We have got Numeron Network. Numeron Wall, obviously your opponent can't ash it, which is absolutely broken because it activates. It doesn't add, so they can't ash it. Then some go second cards. Obviously, we're playing Pankatops. And we're running the triple Wind Kaiju. The reason we're playing the Wind Kaiju and not Gamma Seal is because Flungaries is still a thing that tends to run the Wind Barrier statue. So it doesn't really matter. 500 life points, you shouldn't be in a situation where 500 life points really matters. But anyway, Wind Kaiju is kind of better than Gamma Seal, just in case you go up against it. Then, for longevity, we're running 2 copies of Eldritch. Now, you could run Eldritch as a hand trap because obviously you can discard him with a spell or trap, because we do run quite a few, and target card in the field sent to the grave. And of course, if you've used both copies of your callings, you're kind of screwed. Eldritch is there just so you've got a big beat stick in case, you know, the game drags on, which sometimes it can. Alright, so and to finish our monster lineup, we have got Triple Ash, Triple Effect Veiler, and then we have got Triple Imperm. These are the 9 hand traps we're running in the deck. You could kind of say we're running 11 hand traps because obviously you can class Eldritch as a hand trap as well. Basically, just standard generic lineup. You could run other hand traps. I know, for instance, now people are running like Ghost Ogre and Ghost Bell to hit like stuff like Auroradon that people are doing now, and Bray tokens. So kind of mix it up if you want. But these are just kind of just generic. Can hit near enough any single deck you kind of need to go up against. Because we run so many hand traps in the side deck, you don't really need to worry too much. Okay, on with the spells, guys. We've got 3 copies of Numeron Network. On top of, like I say, the other 3 cards we're running. 6 cards. We've got 9 so far, so 9 ways to get Numeron Network, which is great. 2 calling, because obviously this card is the only card in your deck. Never want to draw it, whatever you do. You never want to see this card. So 3 is too much. 1 is very risky, especially going first. 2 is a nice happy medium. So that's basically your only way to win, is basically through calling or Eldritch. Terraforming is another way of getting to Numeron Network. So that's 10 copies of Numeron Network in the deck. It also gives us access to Mystic Mine because this is a go second deck. You can literally just sit on mine if you really have to. But going up against the opponent's board, you stab down Mystic Mine, it will eat a monster negate, otherwise they lose their monster negate. Then we have got Droplet, great go first or go second card, because you can literally just outboards, and then you can just OTK for the win. Triple Lightning Storm to just hit mainly back row, but you can hit monsters again to pay out negate if you want them to use up their only negate. But I mainly use Lightning Storm for back row hate, since this is what this deck really loses to, and keeping that in mind, we're also running triple Twin Twisters and Harpy's Feather Duster. So we're technically running 7 back row hate cards in the main deck, because again, against back row hate, you just blow them up and then you OTK them, have a nice deck. And then just to finish up the deck, we've got Call by the Grave of 1-for-1. Call by the Grave just to hit hand traps. It's a really great go first or go second card. And 1-for-1 is technically another copy of Numeron Network, because you can basically special summon Numeron Wall off it, and then you can play Numeron Wall's effect to activate Numeron Network from your field. So basically we're running 11 ways to get to Numeron Network, which is really cool. Onto the extra deck. We're running 1 Shunya because you only need to run 1 Shunya. It's basically very situational. It did come up once because I was able to burn a Cyber Dragon player for like 5,000 damage, which was really funny, and he just couldn't out Shunya. We're running 2 of each of the gates, Akum, Devay, Tree, and Katari, because we're running 2 of each of the callings. Go first or go second, you'll make basically a Link 4 or a Link or a link form, or you go into an OTK. That's basically all it is with the deck, and they all share the same effect. Can't be short, bad, or just double. What can you more say? Right, these are cards in case you fail the OTK or in case you have to go first. So Appaloosa, making a format Appaloosa, even if you fail an OTK against most decks, they won't be able to out a format Appaloosa. Really, really cool. Underworld Goddess, because you say your opponent is able, I don't know, you're going up against strikers, right? You could just link off their monster with your goddesses, because then that way they've already used Ray Ray's effects of the OTK stuff, and then you still out the monster nevertheless. Really, really great card. Also surprisingly good against Eldritch, because obviously it stops Eldritch's graveyard effect and Scarlet Sanguine, so kind of decent. Mech Knight Crusader Avamax, good against strikers because it can't be targeted. Well, any deck that basically targets Avamax just basically says not happening, and also can out a lot of special monsters because it gains that monster attack. Klops is great against any deck that does not run Exceeders. I was up against a Prank Kids, he just couldn't out Klops because he didn't run any monster gates because I don't know why. And also against Auroradon Turbo, just couldn't out Klops. Klops was just like, just couldn't do it. Skull Dread is another go first card in case you don't want to do Appaloosa, because you could draw 4 cards off Skull Dread, fix your hand so you can get like hand traps or situate or other cards you need, go off from there. And the final card is just the Borrow Sword, because I had a spare space in my deck and I thought, Borrow Sword, if you want to keep up pressure with OTK, why not? And that's it for the extra deck, guys. And then I need to put some more music on before we do the and for the side deck, guys, by the way, just so you know, side deck is very locals or event depending, just so you're fully aware. In my locals, there is a lot of Cyber Dragon players, there's a lot of PK players, and a lot of just like Auroradon spam. So we have got triple DD Crow, hurts Eldritch because there is Eldritch players there as well. Hurts Auroradon combo because you just hit 0/0/1 and then they cry like schoolgirls. So DD Crow is a really, really great card to play. We've got Lancia for PK players, also can hit Sword Soul Tenji because obviously it shuts down the Tenji side, and also it hurts Taya because they can't trigger Taya's effect. And all around, just a really great card, Lancia, to go up against a lot of decks. Triple Draw because it can hurt Cyber Dragons, it can hurt Flunderies in a way. Lancia can also hit Flunderies as well. Can hit Lilith, can hit Tribe Brigade, can hit a lot of decks. Draw is just a really great hand trap. So that's all the 9 hand traps we run. We run 3 Cosmic Cyclones because, you know, more back row hate along with the red reboot. So if you're going up against a really back row heavy deck, you're just literally just siding your monster negates, going to your spell or trap disruptions. You're running like 11 spell or trap disruptions, so you're just like, yep, I do not give a crap about any back row hate. So really, really fine. And then the last 2 cards is, of course, 2 Lava Golems, because if you're forced to go, because if you go in second, especially if you know your opponent's playing a combo heavy deck, between the gap between the Wind Kaiju and 2 Lava Golems, you're running 5 Kaijus, able to out 2 to 1 monster just off the literally summon, and you don't really need to use your special summon because Numeron Water triggers from the hand anyway, so you're kind of fine. So that's it for the deck, guys. It's a really, really, really fun deck to play. I really still do enjoy playing Numerons. And just so you know, guys, Master Duel, we're playing a OCG kind of variant of this deck because of Maxi is a card. So if you would like to check that out, guys, hit that go and hit that link in the description down below to my Twitch. And any further ado, take care, have a great day or night wherever you are. See you in a bit, guys.